There was one Colonel McNichol, that was flying a P-40 over France. And the last thing he remembers, he was at 12,000 feet. And somebody crept up behind him and shot him down. Some plane caught up with him and shot him down. And the German pilot, when they finally found them and everything, anyway, they showed him pictures where his plane just went along for a while and they just gradually turned over and did what we call a split S, and from 12,000 feet went right straight into the ground. That's a P-47. The P-47 has an engine on it that's about maybe from the cockpit goes 10 feet out there with a huge propeller, huge engine. They showed him pictures where the plane hit in soft ground, and they had to dig down 5 or 6 feet to get to the cockpit. So you can imagine how much farther down the engine was. And he pulled him out and took him to the hospital, patched up a few bullet holes that were in him, and he was alive. There's another story of a man flying an A-26. There's a B-26 and there's an A-26. The B-26, they said, had the glide angle of a rock. In other words, you turn off the engine, it just dropped. It had to have power in order to stay in the air. And the last thing this guy remembers, he was on a run over France and he was upside down 50 feet off the ground with both engines out. They picked him up 2 miles away, crawling along the highway on his hands and knees. He has no idea how he got there. And one American sergeant came in, was a tail gunner, and he was literally blown out of the airplane without his chute on. And when his plane blew up, first thing he recalled, he was falling through the air and there was something attached to his ankle. He looked up and he saw on his ankle, his foot had caught through the straps on the chute that held the harness, and it was just attached to his ankle. We figured, I'll walk up my ankle and get that chute. And he got up there and he got the chute all right, but as trying to get it back, he accidentally pulled the ripcord. And so the ripcord opened the chute and his foot got caught in the open tangled web of the harness, and down he came by 1 foot face first, and he landed face first on the ground coming down from that parachute, and he had the blackest eyes you've ever seen. His whole front of his face was just black and blue, just incredible. One of the most interesting stories is really kind of pathetic. There was one of the British prisoners that had been there since 1939. This is 1943 now. He'd been there since 1939, and he was in the Royal Air Force. He was out on a practice run over the North Sea, and he saw a boat going along down below, putting out a wake, going pretty fast. So he thought he'd just practice and go down and buzz it a little bit. So he dropped down and buzzed across the boat and pulled up again and came back down again, buzzed it again. This time, the second time he buzzed it, it opened up with machine guns and shot him down. And he went into, I don't know whether he bailed out or crash landed, but anyway, the boat came over to him, picked him out of the water. What do you mean shooting me down? I wasn't doing anything to you. You're a prisoner of war. The war started at noon today.